It's not sometimes, it's always. When it comes to training your dog, there is no quote unquote sometimes. It's literally always. Your dog is constantly learning from what you do, from what you don't do. Every interaction you have with your dog is feedback to them. They know what's allowed, they know what you ignore, they know what you correct, and they know what you reinforce. It's all teaching for your dog. That's how it works. So, if your dog is doing things that you don't like, if they're pulling on the leash, I don't know, ignoring commands, jumping, simply just being kind of naughty, that behavior didn't come out of nowhere. Unfortunately, it's a learned behavior. And oftentimes, I get it, it's inadvertently we teach our dogs things we don't want them to do. And more importantly, it is reinforced somewhere along the way. Consistency is what makes training work. We talk a lot here about the 3 keys to dog training: timing, marking behaviors at the right moment, consistency, doing it over and over, being consistent. And then, simply understanding your dog's motivation. What's their motivation? What's their currency? But if I were to pick out one, right now we're talking about consistency. It is the one that people, I believe, struggle with the most. People don't typically struggle with giving treats and timing. People are pretty, aware of their timing. I'm not saying they're great at timing, but they're pretty aware of it. But consistency, that's where I think we fail. Not always, but sometimes we fail. So not correcting sometimes to a dog is not correcting every time. They're gonna roll that Russian roulette wheel and hope that this is the time that you're not gonna be consistent. Not allowing occasionally, but never. Not asking for obedience when it's convenient. Like you might say sit and they lay down and you're like, man, it's good enough. Unfortunately, the dog just learned that it's good enough. Dogs don't understand only when I feel like it, quote unquote. They understand the patterns that you give. They mark your patterns quicker than you do. Your dog is learning a pattern right now. If you're correcting jumping sometimes, but laughing and petting them other times, you're literally teaching them just to keep trying, it might work. If you're enforcing commands at home, but not in public, you're teaching that commands are optional depending on the environment. If you're letting things slide when you're quote unquote tired, and I understand the tired thing, I totally understand it, which is why I say it's a minimal thing, not a maximum thing. But if you're tired, your teaching depends on the rules, depends on my mood. That's confusing for your dog. And the confusion creates the inconsistency in their behavior. They might know to sit, but is it going to really be reinforced? Clear dogs come from clear rules. The fastest way to change your dog's behavior is not to learn a new trick, a new tool, or a new command. It's clarity. The clarity comes from consistency. When your dog knows what to expect, what's allowed, and what happens when they make that choice, they relax because they understand and then they can respond better. The bottom line is training isn't a season, it's a lifetime. Your dog is always watching, always learning, always building habits. So ask yourself, what am I teaching my dog right now? And is it on purpose or is it on accident? Because it's not sometimes, it's always.